Compound interest. With compound interest, the interest is recalculated regularly so that if you repay part of your loan, your interest decreases, or if you put more in your savings account, you get more interest. If we consider just savings for simplicity, the balance of your account is made up of money you put in, interest you have earned, take away any money you may have withdrawn. Compound interest is paid on the balance at the time it is calculated. And the big difference with simple interest is, of course, this part. With simple interest, interest is not paid on previously earned interest. The compound interest formula is shown here. F is the final or future value, that value at the end of the period of investment, or the total cost of a loan, i.e. the amount borrowed plus the interest. P is the principal, that's the amount invested or borrowed. R is the interest rate as a percentage. N is the number of times the interest is compounded per year. So if we know that it's per annum, yearly, N is equal to 1. If we know that it's monthly, then N is equal to 12. If it's daily, then N is equal to 365. T is the time period of the loan or investment, and it's important, as we've mentioned before, that the units of T matches the time part of the interest rate. Unlike the simple interest formula, the compound interest formula gives you the final value. If you want to find the interest, you need to subtract the principal from the final value. So we can see that F is the subject of the formula here. So we get the final value. And so if you do F take away P, that will give you the interest. The compound interest activity is shown below, and I'm just going to get it open on the calculator as well. And here it is, and you can see it looks exactly like this picture here. This is just a screenshot of the calculator anyway. And we've got all the quantities that are in the equation, F, P, R, N, and T. And any of them can be the things you find using this activity, provided you know the others. Note the dot in the formula just here, and that means multiply. So the power up there is N times T. The main difference between simple and compound interest, looking at it from the perspective of an investment, and we've said this before, is that simple interest, the interest is only ever paid on the principal, the initial investment, whereas for compound interest, the interest is paid on both the principal and any interest accrued. And we're going to investigate that in the next example, and hopefully that important point will then be clear.